Hello, my name is Giorgia. I'm Italian, but I live in the Czech Republic. But my climate story starts in the Arctic. In 2023, I started traveling to Svalbard, and on my first trip there, we got off a boat to walk on sea ice. I got to speak with our guide, a Norwegian who'd been living on Svalbard for decades, and I asked him what the state of the sea ice cover was. He told me that when he moved to Svalbard, he could ride his snowmobile all the way across the fjord, which now is no longer possible. And then he told me everywhere in the world, everyone is talking about 1.5 degree temperature rise, but here temperature has been up by 5, 6 degrees already. And that was my climate trigger. I kept thinking about it. I started seeing climate change everywhere in my everyday life. And I started reading about it and taking carbon literacy courses. Um, at first, learning was great. It was very empowering, exciting, but it also unleashed a wave of eco-anxiety I didn't know I had in me. So with it came grief, frustration, fear, the whole package. It got better. At first, it was very overwhelming. It made me question the point of trying anything in the first place. So I have some coping mechanisms in place, and I try to make choices that help the environment on an everyday basis. I've tried to think and ask myself what scares me the most about the climate crisis. And I think it's two things mostly. One is how the pattern of seasons has been disrupted, if not compromised altogether by it. And the other one is probably a bit abstract in a way, but I think it speaks to the deeper causes of the climate crisis, and it's the disconnect, the kind of fracture between the human and the non-human in the world we live in. Seeing how often humans treat the non-human as if it were instrumental to their needs, as if they could exploit it unconditionally. It's very daunting to see how humans claim their power over nature. My creative work is my way of confronting the climate crisis. I use photography, writing, and drawing to show the beauty of nature and wildlife, especially bird life, and raise awareness of the threats that the climate crisis poses. I always think about what Rebecca Solnit wrote when she wrote the 10 ways to confront the climate crisis without losing hope. Item number 10 is titled Don't Neglect Beauty. And it points to the importance of remembering that beauty is out there in the present, and we should not forget that because the climate chaos we live in might, in a way, make us forget about what is happening now. I think it's a very inspiring approach and a great starting point.